you should be cynical and skeptical. You should be trying to work out if the people you're clicking on, the people you're engaging with, can do what you need them to do. So up front, let's talk to you a little bit about what that is. What we're prepared to do is, first step, discovery. And that discovery meeting, is going to, by phone and by Zoom and some initial contacts, we're going to check where you are, what's important to you, what you're trying to achieve, and we're going to answer your initial questions. And you'll very quickly work out if we're the sort of business that can potentially assist you in your journey or not. And we understand that, and that's fine. And vice versa, we can get a bit of an understanding of what you're trying to achieve. And that may not be something that we can help you with. We'd very quickly be able to identify for you some high-level options which are completely realistic based on your scenario. And should you wish to, and should it go that way, we could go through a finance strategy. And that strategy would be looking at where you are, looking at what those options are, and then testing the veracity of them. What structure, finance-wise, is going to suit you best based on your existing mortgage, your existing tax position, right? Whatever you're trying to achieve by way of investment or retirement or whatever stage of life you're in, there are some objectives, there are some specific maths. So what finance structure will deliver? Maybe you've got 3 or 4 investment properties that are all negatively geared and you need to prop them up. Great that the interest rate's so low and it's helping at the moment, but you need to understand what to make that strategy look like. Whatever your circumstances, we can work through what all of those options are. You may just have an existing mortgage that you're trying to pay down and you're paying and paying and paying and paying, but you don't seem to be winning. You're using credit cards. It's how do I break that cycle? How do I save 5, 6, 7, 8 years off my current residential mortgage? Whatever your situation, whatever your questions, it's going to be exposed there. This strategy and structure will determine what the banks are going to allow you to do. We can quickly identify that for you. And if you were going to do something to do with property, what are the essential elements that you need that property to do? Is cash flow more important for you at the moment? Is positive cash flow a requirement? Is it capital gain? Is it long-term? Is it short-term? Is it depreciation? Where are you at in your situation and how do you need to add something to it that's going to assist? And should it come to that, potentially, all of this is going to determine potentially what your budget is, what your strategy should be. Should you be looking at single living? Should you be looking at dual living? Where should you be doing it? Where does your maths allow you to do it? What should that block look like? And then an analysis of 22 points to identify a strong enough economic region with a perfect block that's going to suit that design and suit this strategy and deliver. And down there, down here, should you choose to do something, that's the very first time we're going to be directly involved in anything. So we understand and we're prepared to go through this process at no charge, obligation free. On the basis of the fact that if we get down here, you will at least consider us as the delivery point at that stage. And we will have taught you how to work out whether we're the right supplier, builder for you, or whether someone else is. And obviously there's a very strongly guaranteed, totally fixed price guarantee, full turnkey ready for tenants to move in, 2-year rental guarantee, partnership to get those tenants in there, definite build period guaranteed, etc. And another 16 guarantees involved in that. So we're a long way away from that and we're potentially just here. So I think you should listen to some people who were like you, didn't know us from a bar of soap, went through a process that suited them, and get some opinions from them on how this works and whether there's any benefit in you doing it.
I'm super excited, super happy, and yes.
And how's the total experience been?
Fantastic.
Good. Service has been all right?
Super. Top notch. 9.999.
Oh.
10.
Thank you very much.
If I could say 11, I would have said 11.
Now, I'm really happy with Brookfield. They have done an excellent job in giving me a final product that I like.
Beautiful. A number?
10.
10. Oh, we got 9.99.
We definitely take all the boxes.
Yes.
We are happy to give you 10 out of 10.
That's very nice. Thank you very much. Happy to refer other people and stuff.
Very happy to.
Very, very good.
Very happy.
Ask you, from 0 to 10, how happy would you be referring Brookfield Homes to other people considering investing?
I'll say 10. I'll
probably say 9 because nothing's ever perfect. 9 is very perfect. I would definitely refer to.
Getting started in property investing.
Why is that?
Get yourself ahead in life.
It's very good.
Secure yourself financially. So.
Yeah, good.
Thank you very much.
Property.
Go for it. I don't second guess it. Go for it. You know, it's been a good experience for me, and I'm sure it'll be a good experience for you too. So I think, yeah, definitely do it. Yeah.
To the guys out there looking at the moment, I would suggest look beyond just the sales pitch. Really understand what it is impacting for you as an individual. That is what I realised with Brookfield when Jeff came along, and he was the only one that put it into my shoes and what our situation is, what are the numbers, not just, hey, this is a property down in whoop whoop and it's going to grow in 10 years and that's it, right? It's all about them selling, not about you buying and what you're going to get out of it. Definitely Brookfield brought that next level to us around, you know, what are your personal circumstances, what can you afford and what can we do that will benefit you in not just the short term but, you know, long term, retirement, etc.
Book that initial consultation, have that conversation with whoever it is that turns up, hopefully it's you, Jeff. Have that conversation and really get your personal views across in terms of what you want, because they're able to deliver a plan. There was a science to it. It wasn't just let's go here. It really just depended definitely on your personal circumstances. So have that initial conversation and then make up your mind.